Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. What did you send me here that I'm looking at? Romeo, do you think I'm making a mistake? Now, you can text me at 842-547-7. Do you think you can give me some advice? So about 2 months ago, this young family, early 20s, husband, wife, and their daughter moved in across the street. 2 weeks after they moved in, my battery died. My battery died on me, and my parents and brothers weren't home, and no one was picking up the phone, and I was running late for work. The husband, my neighbor, seeing that I was in distress, offered to help me and jump-started my car. Ever since then, we've been running into each other and talking a bit before going to work, and after we get off, because we arrive at home around the same time, and I'm honestly attracted to him. Okay, wait a second. Okay, so you're a female sending me this. I have flirted with him many times, hinting him to make a move. He said he's married, right? 2 months ago, this young family, early 20s, husband, wife, okay. I've been to make a move, and I know he wants me, Romeo, because there's times where I catch him staring at me by the choice of clothes, and I only wear those hoe outfits for him to see. His wife has no idea because she is never home. My neighbor and I work mornings and come home in the afternoons. His wife, I believe, goes to work around noon and comes home late. I know my neighbor is married and has a family and all, but is it wrong for me to want a married man, Romeo? Oh, wow. You know, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, yes, there's no way to put it, but yes, it's wrong for you to want a married man. All right, just because he helped you, you know. Yes, that's wrong. That is wrong for you to want a married man. Already 42547-7. So you're gonna have to go find a single man, or just yeah, it's wrong. I don't even know. My advice is stay away from him. My advice is stop talking to him, stop being attracted to him. You're gonna have to move on. I mean, you're just you're wrong. You're wrong. All right. My advice is to stay away from him. Go find a single man, okay? Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley is Romeo. I got this text message earlier, and it says, hey, Rome, basically what's going on is some girl, I guess, apparently a young family moved in across the street, in their 20s, husband, wife. They got a daughter. A couple of weeks after they moved in, she says her battery died. Nobody was home. Parents and brothers weren't around. Nobody was home to help her out. She had to go to work. So the new neighbor across the street gave her a jump, started the car. Ever since then, they've been running into each other, talking a bit before going to work and after work. Apparently, she's attracted to him. So basically, she's attracted to the married guy that lives across the street. She wears hoe outfits for him, you know, and she knows he's interested, apparently, but come on. I mean, if you dress like a hoe, first of all, everybody's going to look at you if you dress like a hoe, no matter who they are, whether they're attracted or not, all right? So she was basically asking me, she knows he's married, has a family. Is it wrong for her to want a married man? Yes. No. I don't know. It's not wrong for you to be attracted to that, okay? But it's wrong if you try to hit on him. And it says you've been trying to make a move on him. Is that what you sent me? I'm honestly attracted to him. I have flirted with him many times, hinting on him to make a move. I know he wants me, Rome, because there's times where I catch him staring at me by the choice of clothes. I only wear those outfits for him. So you wear some hoe outfits for him to check you out. Fair enough. All right, 842-547-7. Yo, Rome, tell that woman she's only going to cause problems, especially since they live across the street. You don't know what that wife is like. She might come in hot and take her out. Be careful who you mess with. Some of these women are crazy in Bakersfield, and they will do anything to protect their husbands and their marriages. I mean, it's not, I mean, I don't disagree with that. I don't think you're really attracted to him. I think you're attracted to the idea of him. You know, he can handle stuff. He can take care of you. Like, he's got a family and a house, and You're not really attracted to him. You're attracted to the idea of what he brings to the table. Okay? All right, 842-547-7. But be careful. That wife might knock your ass out. You never know. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo. All right, so some girl sent me a text message. She was talking about these new neighbors that have moved in across the street from her. Apparently, they're 20-somethings. Husband, wife, daughter, right? So I guess they moved in across the street. A couple weeks after they moved in, her battery died, and parents or brothers, no one was around to help them. No one was picking up the phone, so she didn't want to be late for work. So the husband, the new neighbor across the street, helped her out. Gave her a new jump started her car. Ever since then, they've been running into each other, talking a bit before going to work, after work, because they arrive home around the same time. And honestly, I'm attracted to him, she says. She says, I've flirted with him many times, hinting on him to make him move. I know he wants me, Rome, because there's times where I catch him staring at me by the choice of clothes, and I wear those hoe outfits for him to see. His wife has no idea because she's never home. My neighbor and I work mornings and come home in the afternoon. His wife, I believe, goes to work around noon, comes home late. I know my neighbor is married and has a family and all, but is it wrong for me to want a married man? No, it's not wrong for you to want a married man. But you're gonna get into some mess. I mean, I think it's not gonna work out well for you. Really? I mean, you're trying to get that house across the street. You won't have to move far if you could steal him from his wife, but no. I don't know. You like the idea of being married and having that type of man. You don't need to take somebody else's man. Go get your own. Hey, Rome, I'm 32-year-old single woman with no kids. Looking to meet a guy who also doesn't have kids, but eventually start a family. Not really into dating apps. So where do people meet these days? Any advice? I don't know. We're actually going to talk about that in a little bit, about meeting people, because I got a story I found yesterday, but we'll get into that in a few minutes. But about this woman who's attracted to the neighbor, married man across the street. What do you think? RD4254-7-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. I got a text message from a woman. I wish, how old is she, I wonder? She says, I'm just going to read it to you real quick. It says, hey, Rome, do you think I get some advice from you? So about 2 months ago, this young family, early 20s, husband, wife, and their daughter moved in across the street. 2 weeks after they moved in, my battery died on me, and my parents and brothers weren't home. No one was picking up the phone. I was running late for work. The husband, my neighbor, seeing that I was in distress, offered to help, jump-started my car. Ever since then, we've been running into each other and talking a bit before going to work. And after we get off, we arrive home around the same time. I'm honestly attracted to him. I've flirted with him many times, hinting on him to make a move. And I know he wants me, Rome, because there's times where I catch him staring at me by the choice of clothes, and I only wear those hoe outfits for him to see. His wife has no idea because she's never home. My neighbor and I work mornings. She leaves for work in the late afternoon and comes home late. I know my neighbor is married and his family and all, but is it wrong for me to want a married man, Romeo? I don't think it's wrong for you to want one. I think you like the idea of what he's offering. Probably at a younger age. He probably sounds like he's got it all on the ball right now, but you just need to go find one of those guys. I mean, RD4254-7-7. Hey, Romeo, let me tell you what happened to me as it pertains to wanting a married man. My best friend took my husband from me. Me and my husband were a young couple. We just moved into our house. I let my friend move in with us because she wanted to get out of her parents' house. I didn't think anything of it at the time. Turns out she wanted my guy the whole time. Now she lives in my old house with her husband now, who is now my ex-husband. So tell that woman to be careful with what she does. If I ever see my best friend or ex-best friend in public again, I will knock her ass out. I don't care if I have to go to jail. Well, there you go. Already 42547 It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys, Romeo. So a woman sent me a text message. Basically, she says a few months ago, they got the new neighbors across the street, younger couple in their 20s. She says husband, wife, and a daughter. Well, apparently she's attracted to the husband. Apparently she had some car trouble a few weeks back or a couple of weeks ago. Husband helped her out, and so they've been talking a lot. I guess she's been running into him a lot. She's probably making sure she runs into him. I guess they work the same hours, leave in the morning, come home in the afternoon. His wife, the husband's wife, the neighbor's wife, apparently works in the afternoon, comes home late. So a little young family trying to make it work. So she's running up in here saying that she dresses like a hoe for the husband to see. She's attracted to him. She believes he is attracted to her because of how she dresses. I think that you dress like a hoe, everybody's going to be attracted to you or look at you. She said she's attracted to a married man, doesn't know what to do about it, wants to know if she's wrong. Yeah, you think you're wrong to break up a happy family, or are they a happy family? That's the question. Hey, Rome, he should have gave her the number to AAA and kept rolling. Yeah, I mean, he's probably just a good guy. If he's in his 20s, got a wife and a daughter, and they bought a house. I mean, it sounds to me like he's got a little bit on the ball. So there's no reason for him not to help out his neighbor, right? Don't you guys help your neighbors? But for this girl, you got to understand, this girl sounds like she still lives at home with her parents and her brother. So she's probably young, still living at home. The neighbor across the street's probably in her age range. He's probably a good-looking guy. He came in, Captain Save-A-Hoder. Now she's dressing like a hoe for him, but she's just attracted to the idea of what this guy is. I mean, it could be any guy. She lives at home with her parents and her siblings. She probably wants to move out, have her own house, and this guy is what she wants. But it's not him, it's just this idea. RD42547 Rome, this is Seahawk Lou. That's how they end up on Kern County activities, or Wasco Chismosos, by fighting your ex's girl. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen. Here she is again. Rome, I'm 21. Rome, I'm 21. Men around my age aren't really men anymore. I've been to many dates, and so far they've all disappointed. My neighbor does what a man should do. Like this morning, he had an extra energy drink and gave one to me. A small gesture, Jeez. Oh my gosh, what could go wrong with this scenario, right? Nice. RD42547. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right, so this is a crazy story, right? This girl, she's 21 years old, we just found out. So this is what happened. I guess a couple of months ago, now she still lives at home. A couple of months ago, a young 20-something-year-old family moved in across the street, husband, wife, and a daughter, right? A couple of weeks after they moved in, her battery died, and the husband, the neighbor, ended up helping her because she had no help. She was trying to go to work. Guy comes, jump starts the car. Apparently, they've been spending some time talking to each other about, just chit-chatting in the neighborhood. Now, apparently, the wife must go to work in the afternoon. Now, this girl says she's attracted to this guy and that she dresses like a hoe for him, and she thinks she said she's been flirting with him. She thinks he wants her because of the way she's been dressing like a hoe and he's been checking her out. What do you think? RD42547. Hey, Romeo, this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but for the girl who's flirting with the neighbor, if his wife can't keep him, some other woman will take him. So I don't know what to tell you. That woman, that woman keeps making moves on her neighbor, that neighbor's wife better get it together and keep her marriage. So wait, what you're saying is, if that wife, the neighbors, if she can't keep her husband, then that's on her? If the woman across, this girl that sent this text message, this 21-year-old girl who's dressing like a hoe for the neighbor. It's fair game if she can take him. That's what you're rolling with, huh? All right. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Good morning, Romeo. Did that hoe bag tell you what kind of energy drink it was? Because my husband left with 2 this morning, and he said one of them was for later.
She didn't tell me what kind of energy drink it was.
Because now I'm like Spider-Man. My spidey senses are tingling.
Why? What do you think? Is that your husband? That's not your husband, right?
I hope it's not my husband.
You don't got a 21-year hoe across the street, do you? That's funny. All right.
Thank you, Romeo.
All right, bye. Already 42547-7. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Nothing good's gonna come of this, especially since they're neighbors. I mean, what do you think's gonna happen for the 21-year-old who's attracted to the husband across the street? What do you think's gonna happen? That they're going to break up? You're gonna take the husband. He's gonna kick the wife and kid out the house, and you're gonna move in? That's gonna be your house? I mean, what do you think's gonna happen? Already 42547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, so is it okay to be attracted to a married man? Here's the deal. 21-year-old girl sent me a text message. Apparently, the neighbors across the street moved in a couple of months ago. Young 20-something couple, right? Have a daughter, husband, wife, and daughter. Well, anyway, apparently she needed some help. Her battery wasn't working. The husband was getting up, going to work. Nobody was there to help this young girl. So husband, the neighbor across the street, jump-started her car. Ever since then, she's been talking to her more, or she's been talking to him more and more in the mornings. Right now, she said this morning he gave her an energy drink, shared an energy drink with her. You know, apparently they've been communicating. She's been dressing like a hoe just for him. So she's into him. She's attracted. She's been flirting. She's ready for him to make a move on her. She wants to know if she's wrong. Yeah, I think you're wrong. Yeah. Already 42547-7. Yo, Rome, that situation's too close to home. You don't where you sleep, you know? I was in a very similar situations. I live alone. A house across the street is a rental. I'm early mid-30s and single. 2 kids, a couple of men. Let's see here. A couple move in, 2 kids. The husband friendly, waves when he crosses past. The wife was respectable and she is attractive. Her husband was at work late. Her husband was at work. He leaves early. I happen to leave my house late for work. Myself, I drive a company truck, so you can obviously see I'm home. Her car had a dead battery, and I can see her frustration got the jumper box, and that broke the ice. She started to be very friendly, and noticed she was only doing it when her man wasn't around or home. One day she comes to my door for help. Let's just say she wanted the plumber to fix the leak. I refused and said, nah, you're too close to my home. Then you have a fam. That's not my style. 6 months later, I hear a whole fight happening. Turns out she got caught messing around with another dude. Long story short, she got kicked out. He moved out a month later. She drove by my house and I fixed her plumbing issues afterwards. Oh gosh, nice. Wow. All right, 84254-7-7. A lot of desperate women out there, sounds like. A lot of desperate married women. Maybe the last text message was right. If you can't keep your marriage alive, that's on you, right? That's his fault for not taking care of his marriage and his wife. Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, all right, what did you text me here about this woman? Okay, so she's 20. Let me try to break it down for you. She's 21 years old. She sent me a text saying, now, mind you, she still lives at home with her parents and her brother, or brothers, whatever, siblings. Across the street, 20-something-year-old family moved in, husband, wife, daughter. Now, she was having some car trouble in the morning, needed her battery jumped, and the neighbor helps her out one morning. So now she's attracted to him. She wears hoe clothes just for him. She thinks because he checks her out in her hoe clothes that he's into her. She flirts with him. She wants him to make a move on her. And even though he has a wife, I guess they've been talking before work, in the mornings, after work, in the afternoons. And she wants him. What do I think? I think it's all going to go wrong. All right, Rome. Hey, this is what's wrong with the world we live in today, where anyone's right mind, they think it's okay to pursue or go after a married man. What kind of value do you have? And to me, that's volumes on what type of person you are. Just nasty. Well, first of all, that's not new. Okay. Women or men chasing after married women or men is not new, okay? I don't think it happens any more or less than it has in the past 40 years, all right? But you're right, it's still wrong. Hey, Rome, the chick needs to leave him alone. You always got to put yourself in the other person's shoes. How would she feel if the tables were turned? Well, the tables could be turned, Yeah, you're absolutely right. Hey, Rome, that's a little jealous hoe right there. She's not dressing like a hoe. She is a hoe. If that girl don't get her musty, dusty ass away from that man, hoes are always trying to stick their claws in another woman's good man. Well, a lot of times it works, right? All right, 842-547-7. Wow, Rome. First, I agree with the girl that men are different now. Any guy who is basically a gentleman who has raised right has their pick because women are so starved for common decency. But she doesn't just get to eject the woman and slide in. I think custody orders and child support, it's not as simple as she thinks. Well, you're right. I agree with what you're saying, but let me ask you this question then. How many of you listening right now, how many of you women listening right now are 100% positive another woman couldn't take your man? Because somebody did text in and say, was trying to blame the wife of the neighbor, saying she better protect her marriage. That if the wife of the neighbor, if the wife is handling her business at home, then there's nothing to worry about for the husband, who's the neighbor, getting took by this 21-year-old. How many of you, men or women, how many of you spouses right now are 100% sure that your husband or your wife can't be taken by another man or another woman? Maybe there is some validity to the fact, and maybe that is true. Maybe you need to protect yours. And if you're not doing your husband or wife right at home, somebody else can slide in and take them. Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo, RD42547-7. Hey, Rome, sounds like a porn scene script. Nice, probably does. Hey, good morning, Romeo. It's Paulina. Hey, Romeo, it starts at home. It's like having a guy best friend. Where there's a will, there's a way. If a man or woman are not treating their partner right, and they complain to someone close of the opposite gender, it's curtains. It's over, because now their friend of the opposite sex finally found his or her way in. I would agree with that, Paulina. Rome, that's what's wrong with these hoes. You can't be nice to them without them thinking a man wants them. Maybe. What's going on?
Hey, Rome.
What up, man?
I don't think anybody's secure, man.
You don't think what?
What? You said, are we 100% sure if our significant other...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't think anybody is, bro. I've been through it all. I've done the cheating. They've cheated on me. They've taken my girl. I've taken their girl. I think it's just... I think everybody's horrible. If they offer something better, they're jumping on it. Like,
so you don't think? No. But do you You don't think anybody's secure. I'm saying, do you think anybody thinks that way? You're talking reality, right? You're talking nobody's secure, right? I'm saying, do you think there are people in their relationships right now that would tell you 100% without a doubt they feel 100% secure that their spouse would never leave them or cheat on them?
In my opinion, I think no.
Okay. All right, that's fair. That's fair. All right, man.
All right.
Later, brother. I mean, it's fair to think that. I don't know. I mean, it's a good question. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, already 42547. What you sent me here. Hey, Rome, I just heard you talk about the backpacks. What are we listening for? You're listening for a school bell. When you hear a hall pass, this is your hall pass, you hear the school bell ring. Be calling number 29. That'll win you one of those backpacks from Rodriguez and Associates. We're only giving away 94, filled with school supplies. Also, some of them have some big prizes in them. You come down, you pick it up, you open it up. We do a big event. It's all good. So, yeah, listen to the hall pass. Listen for something. I think it says this is your hall pass or something. And then school bell rings. Yeah. Call number 29 when you hear that. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning, Hal. What's going on?
Hey, what color am I?
You're caller 29. Congratulations. What's your
Thank
name?
you.
What's your
Cindy?
name? What is it?
Cindy.
All right, Cindy, you actually won the first backpack. So here's the deal. You won a backpack from Rodriguez and Associates. It does have school supplies in it. It could have bigger prize in it. And on the weekend, next weekend, weekend of the 9th, the weekend before school starts, we're going to have you guys come down and come pick out your backpack, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right,
Thank
hold
you.
on 1 second, Cindy.
Okay.
All right, so it started. We kicked it off. You want to win one of those hall passes? We're only giving away 94 backpacks. Rodriguez and Associates. Daniel Rodriguez and the guys and girls over at RNA have taken care of everything. We got your backpack. We got your school supplies. And, of course, some of those backpacks have big prizes in them, right? All right, it's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Yeah, did somebody win already?
Yeah, we got a winner already.
Oh, man, all right, thank you.
All right. Keep listening. We got more and lots of. We've only given one backpack. That means we got 93 more backpacks to give away, so you can win one. Just keep listening. It's Rodriguez and Associate. It's my backpack giveaway. Win a backpack full of goodies. A backpack with school supplies in it. I guess those are goodies. And then some of them have grand prizes like laptops, tablets, gift cards, things like that, right? So keep listening. Wait for that hall pass. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Let's talk about dating and being single, right? I got this the other day. It says, hey, Romeo, I'm a 32-year-old single woman with no kids, looking to meet a guy who also doesn't have kids, but eventually start a family. Not really into dating apps, so where do people meet these days? Any advice? That's a good question. I would go to places that I would go to bar restaurants is where I would go. I know a couple of places where I know guys that are in the guys that are like outside salespeople, guys that meet clients for lunch, places like that where guys go and take clients for lunch. You know, because then they usually go hang out after 5 after work. They'll stop by for drinks. I mean, some place that has kind of a casual atmosphere, great drinks, good food, and yeah, places like that. You know, I mean, bars, not really bars. That's not really the best place to go, but places where guys are hustling. When I say that, I mean like outside sales guys, things like that. That's would be your best option to find the best guy, I think, in today's society. I was reading this story, by the way, yesterday. It talked about today's dating world where single people they'd rather meet potential suitors online. I guess that's changing to some extent. Women are saying that they're going out and men aren't hitting on them, right? Men are saying the reason they're not hitting on them is because of the way the women act. I guess a lot of these people think, women think that they're just too beautiful to date, so men won't hit on them when they're at a bar. But a lot of these guys today are saying that it's the woman's fault. They're not approachable, and then when they do approach them, they just, it's going both ways. They're both throwing it, Men are saying when they do approach them, they're not very nice to them. They're saying men won't approach them. They don't know how to talk to them. So I don't know if that's happening in Bakersfield, but yeah. RD4254-7-7. That's why I said when it comes to being single, who's the problem? And this woman's 32 years old. She wants to go out and meet men. Where can she go meet men who want to start a family, right? Now, do we have a problem if these men won't talk to her when she's out looking for a man? I don't know. RD4254-7-7. It's Romeo outside 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley is Romeo. A lady sent me this. She says, hey, Romeo, I'm a 32-year-old single woman with no kids. I'm looking to meet a guy who also doesn't have kids, but eventually start a family, not really into dating apps. So where do people meet these days? Any advice? Yeah, you got to go to restaurant bars. Restaurant bars during the afternoons, during the, 5, 6, when guys are getting off work, where cats are, hanging out. Places like that. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Good morning, Romeo.
Hey, what up, man?
I'm going to tell you, man, you already know, like, this is Bakersfield, so they hit on anything with a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? So if she's having a hard time finding a man, that just sounds crazy.
Well, I think she's just not going out. I think I don't think she's out. I know a couple of women who don't know, who are having a hard time finding a man in Bakersfield, but I know why, because I know them personally. I know their specific problems. What's that?
To find a good man.
Well, yeah. You got to have a standard. So yeah, I agree with that. But there's a lot of good men out there. They're not really that hard to find if you put yourself out there. You just got to put yourself out there. Problem with Bakersfield is a lot of people go to the wrong places to try to find a man or find a woman.
Well, no, Bakersfield don't like commitment. That I can promise you. I've been out here a long time, man. I know what to do.
Well, there's a lot of shenanigans going on with men and women. I'll give you that. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, man.
I'll give you that one.
But if she's 32, man, what does she think she's gonna find somebody? A spring chicken? That's not gonna happen.
Well, what's 32? I mean, 32 is not old. She can go find her a man in his 30s.
Yeah, but she probably gonna already have a family.
That's the problem. There you go,
find
man.
a man that don't have to pay child support, then you be on. That's what you got to look for.
All right, man. Later. RD4254-7-7. So there you go. You're right. If she's 32, she's gonna have a hard time finding a man in his 30s that don't already have kids. That's a good one right there. RD4254-7-7. Where do I go find a man? Rome, any advice? Yeah. That's a good one. It's Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. So I got this. This girl says, hey, Rome, I'm a 32-year-old single woman with no kids, looking to meet a guy. Also don't have no kids, but eventually start a family, not really into dating apps. So where do people meet these days? I'll tell you some spots in a minute. I mean, I'm out and about a lot. I mean, I know a lot of people. And yeah, there's spots you can go. But just in general, you got to go where working people go. You got to go where working men go after drinks. I mean, after work, to have drinks and hang out, relax, unwind. You got to go to places where guys meet clients for lunch, things like that, places like that. All right, let's see what Paulina has to say about it. Good morning, Romeo. It's Paulina. That is absolutely happening. And the fact that the 32-year-old woman is asking where all the men, where are all the men at? Well, honey, let me tell you this. Men are everywhere. McDonald's, Costco, the bank, the gas station. There are men everywhere. And let me say this, Romeo. She don't want any of those men because they are invisible to her. Also, Romeo, women are to blame when it comes to men not approaching them. And that's the problem. And that's why when I saw this story the other day, it made me think when this woman said, okay, I'm a single woman. Where do I go to meet men? Now, here's my question, though. Are you going to approach these men, or are you expecting these men to approach you? Because in this dating scene, apparently in the dating scene nowadays, people are getting off the apps, but women are saying that men aren't approaching them. They're getting dressed up. They're going out. Men are not approaching them. And why is that? Well, I don't know. I'm not really sure, because they're scared, because you women are acting like jackasses and they don't want to come up to you, or when a man comes up. I'm going to say this, and this is where it's your fault, ladies. You're okay with a man hitting on you as long as you're attracted to him. But if a man hits on you who you are not attracted to, you degrade him as opposed to just letting him down nicely. That's why men don't want to walk up to you. All right, 842-547-7. All right, Rome. All right, me. Or the 32-year-old single lady. Where does she go find a man? It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo says, a woman sent me a text message. She said, hey, Rome, I'm a 32-year-old single woman, no kids, looking to meet a guy who also doesn't have kids, but eventually start a family. Not really into dating apps. So where do people meet these days? Any advice? My advice would be to go to restaurant bars. Places where guys go and people hang out after work, lunch. Guys who meet clients, places like that. I could give you a list. I would try Social House. I would try Saunders. I would try this Mexican joint out there off of Allen and Brimhall. Places where people go and hang out. Casual spots where groups of people are hanging out. But then the question comes to, who's hitting on who? Are you out there going to talk to these guys? Guys are saying, women are saying it's hard for men to talk to them nowadays in these public places. So you got to deal with that. 842-547-7. Yo, Rome, tell her she got to hit up Home Depot about 8 a.m., 9 a.m. on a Saturday. Can't go wrong with Home Depot. Good morning, now. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Rome?
Hey, what up, Ruben?
Hey, I got the perfect. I'm going to tell her exactly how to do this. You go on the outskirts of town in the afternoon and you hit the taco trucks where all the hard workers are coming home after work and stop and getting some tacos. Well, Rome, stopping to eat most of the time because they might be single because me and my crew, we don't stop. We all got girls at home or wives at home. We stop every one on a Friday or something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But if you got these guys stopping at the taco truck, 2-3 times on the week on the afternoon coming home. More likely, they probably ain't got an old lady at home, and you know what I mean. You got a man that works there. You got a man that works, and now you got a man that might be single, and you got a bigger chance.
Okay. I'll let her know. All right.
What I mean? So a 7 standard girl has got all of them out there, oil fields, gardeners, street trim. You got a bunch of construction workers. You got people from Caltrans out there working right now.
Okay. That's
she
fair.
She find herself one of the Caltrans guys, man. She said, Rome.
All right. Maybe. All right, later.
All right, later, bro.
Oh, she didn't say she wanted a man to take care of her. She said she wanted a man to start a family with, right? 32-year-old single woman, no kids, looking for a man. Where does she go? I wouldn't. I didn't know where Ruben was going with that at the taco trucks, but I will say, you might got some workers out there. Might not be a bad idea. RD42547. It's tougher and tougher. People are getting off these dating apps, from what I understand from the latest story I read. So now you're out trying to meet each other in person. Women are saying men aren't approaching them. Men are saying they're not approaching them because the women are jackasses. And so what? Who's lying? How do you win this game? RD42547. You remember being young? Bro, you were hitting on everybody. Every place you went where there was a woman was a possibility of you hooking up. You didn't care where it was. You did not care. That's the old way of doing things. Now, I don't know. Men and women are having a hard time talking to each other, apparently, in person. Where does she go? 842-547-7. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. A lady sent me a message about being single, right? She says, I'm 32 years old, Romeo, single woman with no kids, looking to meet a guy who also doesn't have kids, but eventually start a family. Not really into dating apps. So where do people meet nowadays? 842-547-7. Hey, Romeo. That's Paulina again. Let me ask this, Rome. How can a woman complain about not being able to find a man when they are everywhere? And this is the sad part, Rome. These men I mentioned that work at McDonald's, Costco, etc., are invisible because women like a 32-year-old woman asking, they don't want those men. For whatever reason, they just don't want them. And let me say this, Rome. Those same men that work at McDonald's, Costco, etc., are labeled as creeps just because a woman isn't attracted to them. That make sense, Rome. Well, only has to make sense to one person. And I agree with you, by the way, Pauline. I don't disagree with you on that. You know, that's why I think a lot of men have problem approaching women because women are just they treat them poorly if they're not attracted to them. Okay, which is why I'm saying women are to blame for relationships not working out and not being able to find a man. Those men that these women are attracted to or deemed or are worthy, those men don't want those women. Paulina's not completely wrong with what she's saying. I mean, there's a lot of validity to the fact that you women, the men that you're attracted to may not want you. And the guy that, I mean, you got to be attracted, but attractiveness changes though after a while. Like this woman right here, 32-year-old woman, and I'm just saying in general, a 32-year-old woman, what she's attracted to, a single 32-year-old woman, what she's attracted to today will be different if she's single at 40 or 42. Things change. You have to, what you're attracted to changes a lot based on your age, based on, your loneliness. It just is what it is. Already 42547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. I got this text message. This woman says, hey, Rome, I am a 32-year-old single woman with no kids looking to meet a guy who also doesn't have kids, but eventually start a family, not really into dating apps. So where do people meet these days? Well, you got to go out to restaurants. Restaurant bars is where I say you go. Not to bars, but to places where people go for happy hours, places where guys go to take clients for dinners and lunches and things like that. Because usually the places they go for that, they hang out there also. So places like that. Ready, 42547-7. Hey, Romeo, tell her to go to a Coldplay concert. Look for a CEO. That Coldplay concert story is crazy. I just saw that yesterday. That's pretty hilarious. Already 42547-7. Hey, Romeo, you're talking about dating today. These men today are such punks. They don't know how to approach a woman and start chatting her up. Okay. So you're blaming the men for dating and not the attitudes of women. I mean, there is some validity to the fact that these women today got attitudes and they're tired of dating sites. So now they're out in public again trying to get hit on, and they've screwed these men up over the years, So now men are just supposed to what? They're just supposed to flip a switch and be back into hitting on every woman that walks in front of them. Maybe you're right. Maybe men are punks, Maybe it's not the female's fault, but this woman, 32-year-old single woman, she's out there looking for a guy with no kids. And you know what's funny about Bakersfield is they're going to actually judge her for not having any kids. At 32 years old, what was wrong with you? Almost like it's a rite of passage to get knocked up in your 20s because guys want you. And then, I'm just saying, Bakersfield's weird like that, man. So what is wrong with you at 32 that you don't have a man? Nothing. I'm not saying there's something wrong with you. Men will look at you that way. Just like women will look at a man who's, I mean, I know about 5, 6, 7 single men right now, buddies of mine, that hang out at my local bar that I go to, got real money, got good jobs, but they're single at 40, or 45. I mean, what's wrong with those guys, right? You would think nothing, but at a certain age, man, you start looking at people and I wonder, why are they single, right? All right, 84254-7-7. Hey, Romeo, round of applause for Paulina. Glad there's at least one woman to understand a man's struggle. Yeah, I mean, Paulina said a couple crazy things, but most of the time she's on it. Paulina knows what she's talking about. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. This girl texted. She says she's a 32-year-old single woman looking to meet a man. She got no kids. She don't want him to have no kids. She's trying to find out where to go. 84254-7-7. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Hey, good morning, Rome. It's me, Angel.
Oh, what up, Angel?
Hey, I just heard it right now. And you know what? She's going to find that naturally in Bakersfield, Rome.
Wait, say that one more time, Angel. You got to do what?
I just heard what you said about Shorty she's looking for a dude out here she don't want to really date.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to find that in Bakersfield. And you know what? I mean, I would tell her to go to the Bonnet Inn right there on Panama Lane, but don't do that. She'll meet him at a cafe. I mean, there's a lot of oil field men out here that would really would enjoy her and marry her.
Sure, I don't disagree with you. She just got to go find one.
Man, Rome, I'm feeling great right now. The meds just kicked in, man. Hey, you have a great day, Rome.
You too, Angel. Angel, high as hell right now, calling in. 84254-7-7, Rome. If any woman want to meet guys, tell them to get up at 4 a.m. and head to different gas stations for the oil field workers and COs. I'm sure they will find a guy. I mean, that's always a spot. If you want a guy like that, there's cats, especially right now with this heat, although I know it's cooled off a little bit. There's guys out there off of 46, loading up their ice chests, getting ready to go every morning to get to work. Now, depends on what kind of guy you're looking for. You looking for a guy who's working out there, hard working out with his hands? You looking for a guy who wears a polo and jeans to work? I mean, what are you looking for? That's the other question. Depending on that, that will also depend on where you go. But I mean, I don't know. It's dating in person is rough nowadays. And I told you, I just read an article. Women are having trouble with men hitting on them in person, which is pissing them off. But they're blaming the men being too soft. I might blame them for being jackasses. Remember back in the day, man, you hit on 18 women in one day, and the ones that weren't attracted to you, they'd let you down nicely. They didn't mock you. They just let you down nicely, said thank you for trying. You're not the guy for me, but thanks for taking a shot. I mean, they were nice about it. Now these women today are jackasses. So no wonder why men don't want to hit on you. You're not that hot, even though you think you are. There's hotter. All right, 84254-7-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. 32-year-old woman sent me a text message and said she's single, no kids, looking for a guy who's single with no kids, looking to start a family, right? Where does she go? Rome, tell them to hook up Dead Serious. Look up Dead Serious. For event? I don't know what that is. Hey, Rome, tell her to go to a golf course to meet a man. I would have said that to her, by the way. A golf course is not a bad place to meet a guy. Hit up the bar, hit up the golf course, a clubhouse, hang out. You might. That might not be a bad place. RD42547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 84.1. Hot 84.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning, all. What's going on?
In my car 29.
Your car 29. Congratulations.
That's what's up.
All right, man. What's your name?
Miguel.
All right, Miguel, you got a backpack from Rodriguez and Associates full of school supplies. Of course, some of these backpacks have bigger prizes in them as well, okay?
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Romeo.
All right, so we're giving away our second backpack of the day from Rodriguez and Associates. You know what's funny about this? The two winners that I had this morning, backpacks 1 and 2, both won last year. How is that even possible? How lucky do you have to be? RD42547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right, I want to talk a little bit about cheating because this is the craziest thing. I know 6 women that have been cheated on by their husbands. 4 of them stayed, 2 of them are divorced or divorced. Yeah, they're divorced. This is what's crazy. So last weekend, I went home for a couple of days. And so I hooked up with some friends of mine, a guy and a girl I went to high school. Actually, 3 of them I went to high school with. The 4th girl I did not go to high school with. Well, the 4th girl, the other girl. So 2 of my friends were high school sweethearts. We all went to college together with this other guy. Met a girl in college. They got married, right? So the 4 of them still live in the same town that I went to high school in. So I met up with them for dinner. I found out that I always have known that the high school sweethearts, he had an affair, right, with a coworker. She accepted it. She just chalked it up for, it was only once. I can understand. We've been together so long that, he got it out of his system. She understood. I found out at dinner the other night that my other buddy cheated on his wife. We were talking. And she said the same thing. It was one-time thing. I think I can get over it. We're working it out. I don't know how long they've been working it out. Didn't ask all that, right? So it got me to thinking about you women and how you feel about your guy cheating on you. Like I said, I know 6 women that have been cheated on. 4 of them stayed together. All had the same excuse or reasoning, not excuse, reasoning. It was only once. The 2 that got divorced had the same reasoning. Had it only been once, probably could have figured it out. Like I said, I know 6 women that have been cheated on, all have the same reasoning. Well, it's only once. What in the hell? Does that make sense to you at all? It's only once. Isn't once enough? Now, kids might play a part. Money might play a part. I'm not really sure. What the hell? RD42547-7. Is that what you women really think? Well, if he only cheats once, it's okay. I can deal with once. Any more than that? All right, 84254-7-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. So I last weekend I went and saw some friends. Had dinner with some friends, right? Who both the husbands cheated on their wives. Both the wives had the same justification. Well, it was only once. Okay, I know a total of 6 women that have been cheated on. 4 of them all 6 of them have the same reasoning. 4 said, I stayed because it was only once. The other 2 that left said, if it had only been once, I probably could have forgave him, but it was more than once or multiple people, so I left. I don't understand that. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
I was just calling in to talk about what you were talking about, the women that don't leave the guys when they cheat.
Well, the reasoning behind it is just, I don't know. Yeah, what do you got to say? I mean, okay.
But they don't leave because what I found out was a lot of women. I can tell you what I do. I work for a lot of women, and the thing is, they don't want to pay their own bills. So they'll put up with whatever a guy do and let them do whatever they want to, as long as they stay out of their hair and let them do what they want to, so they don't leave.
Okay. Oh, so they don't have to pay nothing, so that they can just keep their money. So it's money. You think it's money. That's what I thought, too. It either has to be kids or money, that type of reasoning, right? You don't want to leave for the kids. You don't want to leave for the money.
Yes, and half the time they have the kids. Most times, I don't say most times, but a lot of women, the men don't be wanting kids. The women have the kids. The men don't want them.
Sure.
And they expect the men to take care of them. They don't want them. They go out. That's not the life they ask for. And then the women get mad.
Yeah.
I don't want to get mad at me, but it's just the truth. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not. I know exactly what you mean because I know 6 women who are personal friends of mine that all have the same reasoning for either staying with their husband or leaving their husband, and it was all if he only cheated once, I would have stayed.
Yeah, but most of the time when people be cheating, they already know what time it is.
All right. Well, thanks for calling.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
I mean, it only has to make sense. As my boy Arnold always says, it only has to make sense to one person. But yeah, I know 6 women. 4 stayed because it only happened once. The 2 that left said, had it only been once, I probably would have stayed with him. When it comes to cheating, I guess all of you women are giving your husbands a one-time cheat card or get out of jail free card. One time they can cheat once and you're good. Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. When it comes to cheating, man, a lot of you guys will tell me, and you've told me over the last few years that everybody's cheating, and it just happens here in Bakersfield. And not just in Bakersfield, but I have friends who have cheated on their wives. I know 6 women that have been cheated on in my life. Some of them are my friends. Some of them are dudes that I knew her, but didn't know, she married him, whatever the case may be. 4 of them stayed because he only did it once. That was their logic. Well, he only did it once. Yeah, we'll get past it. The 2 that left said, had he only done it once, we probably could have got through it. Is it just, and I've heard you guys tell me before how normal cheating is, and maybe I'm the one that's crazy. Maybe you guys are all right, but damn, really? 342-547-7. Yo, Rome, what if they cheated once but haven't got caught yet? That's why they're okay accepting it. If they cheated once but haven't got caught yet, that's why they're okay accepting it? And what are you talking about? All the women that I know caught their husbands cheating. All of them. They all caught them. 4 of them stayed. 2 of them left. They all got caught. I don't know exactly what you're saying. RD42547-7. But for 6 women to have the same logic, if it's only once, I could get past it. Wow. RD42547-7. That's wild to me. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. So last weekend, I got together with some friends of mine, some college friends, some high school friends, and cheating came up. Apparently, both of my friends cheated on their wives. Now, one of them's high school sweethearts, but everybody kind of goes, for some reason, people give kind of a pass to high school sweethearts. Like, well, they didn't really, they didn't get to experience, so we won't judge them as harshly as people who just went out and cheated. Cheating's cheating, man. I think it's despicable. But yet, these women both accepted it from their husbands because it only happened once. And like I said, I know 2 other women who said the same. Actually, I know 4 women that got cheated on. All of them have the same reasoning. The ones that stayed, 4 of them that stayed, all had the same reasoning. It was, it was only once. We can get past it. And the 2 that didn't stay that I know, they said, had it only been once, they probably could have worked it out. Now, you guys have been telling me for a while now, that cheating is just normal. Cheating is normal in Bakersfield. Cheating is normal today. And I really didn't believe you. But when friends tell me, well, it was only once, I let them slide, or had it only been once, I would have let them slide. That's crazy to me, man. RD42547-7. Hey, Romeo, your friends that got cheated on, do their men have money? Because that's why the women are staying, because they don't want to lose their lifestyle. I'll bet you anything, Rome. Well, they had kids. So did they all have kids? They all have kids. Money. Yeah. They all have good lifestyles. Yeah, they all have good lives. Yeah. Yeah, they all have, yeah, you might be right. Maybe it is the money that kept them around. You can overlook infidelity for money? That's wild, man. Doesn't make you women look good. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley is Romeo. So we're talking about cheating, right? And this is crazy to me. This is just, it's crazy to me, right? I know 6 women that have been cheated on. And 4 of them stayed with their husbands, 4 of them stayed with their husbands and said because it was only one time, they could accept it, get over it. The 2 that I know that left and got divorced said the same thing. Had it only been once, I probably could have got past it and moved on. But it had been multiple times, so I couldn't deal with that. What am I missing? RD4254-777. Hey, Rome, do they know something we don't? I have no idea. I have no idea what the hell that means. The reasoning behind that seems strange to me. But maybe it's money. Maybe these women stay because of money. You'll overlook whatever your man does because of the lifestyle he provides for you. Maybe that's why, rich women stay in marriages and let their husbands, cheat, and regular women who have to go to work every day, drop them. They cheat. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. RD4254-777. Hey, Rome, your friends that got cheated on, did they know the women that their husbands cheated on them with? I don't think so. Do you think that makes a difference? All right, 84254-777. Because my husband cheated on me with a friend of mine. I probably could have overlooked it had it not been a friend. But because she was a friend of mine, I had to get divorced. I couldn't deal with it. So you probably could have overlooked it had it just been some random woman that you didn't know? What in the hell is going on with you women? Is that the standard you've set for yourself? Is it that hard to have a good man that you're okay? Well, if he only cheats once, we can work it out. But what?